Hi, my name is Brandy, and this is your Inner Compass report for Thursday, July 17th. Now, I wanted to share with you what this report is all about, why I'm coming on here daily to discuss what's going on in the transit field and how maybe we can deal with it. Richard Corbett does a celestial transit report on Sundays. And on Sundays, he outlines the energetic frequencies that are available to us for our evolution or for our chaotic disruption every week. He outlines, like the ancients did, the ways that the planet's movement through the sky is affecting us here on Earth. And so we wanted to take that information, that beautiful wisdom, and ground it down into our body, make it practical to be used on a day-to-day basis. So this Inner Compass report will take each day from Richard's report on Sunday and break it down into some somatic tools, some embodiment invitations, some wild mind writing prompts, and just some plain old empowerment. So thank you for being here, and let's jump into it. Thursday, July 17th, the third quarter moon is inviting us into this emotional culmination point, this evolutionary capacity to hold growth cycles in our awareness, to understand that we move from one way of being and we are able and allowed and encouraged, just like the butterfly, to move into something different. Just like the butterfly changes from the caterpillar into the butterfly through the gooiness of the chrysalis, we are in a time period that we are being invited into the uncomfortability of getting gooey, of mutation, of heating up. Polarities are getting further and further apart. And the ideas of what should be and what is actually happening is causing this tension that creates mutation, that invites us into changing our way of being and doing things, of growing in our cycles of development in such a way that we can hold a greater truth, that we can allow our witnessing to hold paradox. That's what's being invited of us now and in the recent past and in the recent future. Things are speeding up, things are heating up, and now is the time for us to recognize, to let go of the structures, the systems that have held us in place as caterpillars, and allow for the choreography to take us into the next iteration of what it means to be us. And so this changing, this mutation, I really want to say it's cellular level reordering. It is, as I said the other day, like a defragmentation of your computer that is happening inside of our bodies. And so often that feels chaotic before we integrate. And so to understand that the chaos can feel ungrounding and unnerving. Chaos means before creation. And so sometimes when things are not known, when you feel ungrounded, surrender can be very difficult. So I want to offer just a somatic invitation, an embodiment practice, and an empowerment reflection for you. Today, on this third quarter moon, the wild mind prompt will come after we inhale slowly and root our sit bones into the ground beneath us, to imagine that we are rooted like a tree through our feet into the ground, into the floor beneath us, into the substrate of the earth beneath us, into the core of the earth beneath us. To remember that the earth herself is always in mutation, is always in change, is always in the in-breath and out-breath of orgasmic creation. And this is what we're anchoring into when we send our roots down into the center of the earth. I want to invite you to bring them up into your chest, those roots down from the center of the earth, up through the strata, up through the floor, up through your feet, up into your legs, into your torso, up through your body. And I'd like for you to imagine this be the growth cycle, the spiral of growth in through your body. And as that energy swirls in your sacral center, your pelvis, through your solar plexus and your body, allow it to exist here. Let's place our hands over our heart for our anchor. And we are going to now participate in 3 audible sighs. These seem like such simple exercises. And they are, because simplicity is all that is needed for reconnection back to the natural earth of yourself. And so as you've taken these 3 audible sighs and you've connected into your body, the question I want to offer you today is, where am I dissolving? Where am I dissolving? Where are my old patterns dissolving? And how is my body showing readiness for this change? Can you feel it? Can you feel the impulse in your body that knows that something is around the bend? So this week, remember that this catharsis, this release, builds the capacity to hold more. Your body is encoded with ancient codes of renewal. What does that mean? Your body knows the way. So happy 3rd quarter moon. Thank you for taking this time to connect with yourself and with me, with everyone else in the field today. And we'll see you tomorrow.